Another weekend of grown men grabbing sweat-covered balls is behind us, but you all aren't here to hear me talk about that. You're all here to hear me talk about football and an FFN update of Week 8. The craziness in SuperAsianMan's Fantasy Football League lingers as upsets, frustrations, and injuries continue to throw wrenches into managers' plans. Why don't we get right into it? God damn! Talk about an impressive performance by Josh's swag team, who scored the highest point total of any team in any week with 151.96 points. Nothing is stopping this team as they also have the highest season point total of the season out of everyone else. I can't wait for week 10 when Josh's swag team will be facing the current number 1 seed, Potato Energy. But speaking of the number 1 seed, the upset of the season took place when throwing a Hail Mary, who was a former 13th season, took down Potato Energy. There are lots of speculation on Vegas possibly rigging the outcome of this match, as they took home a true bundle this past weekend. We reached out to Potato Energy's manager, and she claimed she never got a call from Vegas to throw the game. But with this win, throwing a Hail Mary proved that they can hang with the best, and everyone needs to be on the lookout. Is this finally the return of the dynasty? But with that result, things really shook at the top this past weekend, as in terms of win-loss ratio, there is a 3-way tie for first place between Potato Energy, Bitch-Ass Team, and Why Is the Win Always Gone. With 6 games left in the season, it's a free-for-all for the first seed and the first place prize money of the regular season. A team on the rise and to keep an eye on is Poppy Lalo Team. Although they've had a rough outing this season, they made a statement this past weekend, scoring the 4th highest point total. A true test will be coming for their asses in Week 9, where their star player, Christian McCaffrey, will be on bye. I wonder if the Poppy Lalo Team will be able to hold on and pull out another win. But here at the FFN, we don't only talk about the rises, we also talk about the falls. The Dark Side Sith Lords have been on a 3-game losing streak after starting 4-1. Still holding on to the 7th seed, their next opponent is throwing a Hail Mary. With one of these two teams on the rise and the other trending downwards, we'll see who has to face reality of the situation and who gets to keep dreaming at the end of Week 9. And talk about a team that smells of desperation, bad luck, and in this reporter's opinion, some stinky diapers. In Justin Fields We Trust has made 18 roster moves so far this season. Whose cat is this? Who let this cat in the studio? Anyways, in Justin Fields We Trust has made 18 roster moves so far this season, which is the 2nd highest in the league. But despite their most valiant efforts, it's hard to be on the winning side of things when they have the most points scored against them this season. To make matters even worse, they face the number 1 seed going into Week 9. And Justin Fields We Trust just can't catch a break. But who knows, might be another upset over number 1 seed, just like in Week 8, where the former number 13th seed took down the number 1. This might be a repeat, as in Justin Fields We Trust is the current number 13th seed. But with the NFL trade line behind us now, it'll be interesting to see what other roster moves will be made in the weeks to come. But don't worry about missing anything, because you'll hear all the ground-shaking and earth-shattering news right here on the Fantasy Football Network. I'm your host, John Super Asian Man Park, signing off to save the world. Have a good night.